What's good? How you doing? Welcome to today's show, where today we take a serious look at our RCing habits. My name is Oscar Ramirez, and I am addicted to RCs. This is a safe zone where we can talk about all of our remote control hobby addictions and keep it 100. What is going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another exciting week. We had a lot of great things happening this week, a lot of things in motion, and today we're going to talk about a tale of two kaijus. All right, we haven't circled back around in quite some time on the kaijus, and I thought it was kind of a good day. Take a break from the crawler scene, take a break from the lower RC lowrider scene, and maybe just kind of give you guys a little bit of a change of pace, so to speak. Right. So today we're going to kind of dissect a little bit more, do a side-by-side comparison of the OG Kaiju and the Kaiju EXT. What are the differences? Are there differences in electronics? What are the differences in tires? Is there a difference? Is there a difference otherwise than what you just see in the physical aspects? So thank you guys so much for joining, man. Like always, man, drop where you're from, where you're watching from. Always a pleasure to talk to all of you guys. Louis, what's going on? BT's in the house. What is going on? Ryan Aquaman, what's up, brother, man? It's a great day, man. It's a Yoshi, what's up, dog? How are you? But it's an exciting day. You know, we're halfway through the week. That means I'm a few days closer to heading out to California this weekend for what I hope to be a great RC lowrider show at the Los Angeles County Fairgrounds. It's going to be put on by Delegations RC and RC Block Boys. So make sure that if you are in the Southern California area and want to participate or planning on going to the LA County Fair, swing on by. We're going to have a hop off going on Sunday. There's going to be a raffle, if I'm not mistaken. Show and shine kind of a situation, car show for the RC lowrider scene, and it should be just nothing but a great time with a lot of great people. If you want more information, you can definitely check out last week's episode, where we actually talked to Martin Lara a little bit more in depth about the RC lowrider scene, as well as the actual event that's going to be going on Sunday, May 15th. Louis, I'm always trying to seduce the world, man. I'm trying to seduce you to buy more RCs. That's the gimmick. Oh, man. BT's representing all the way from Milwaukee. Thank you so much. What's going on, Sean? Sean Rourke's in the house representing Florida. Let me see. Let's see. Where we at? Fish and Bill, what's going on, sir? How are you? Beat the Creek is this weekend, man. And I'm so bummed out because it's a great event. It's an event that I've wanted to go to for so many years, and I've just not had the opportunity to do so. So I hope next year is the year that I get to attend Beat the Creek. It's on my calendar. It's just kind of keep my eyes open for. So hopefully next year will be the year that I finally get to attend and be a part of it. Yoshi's representing Chicago. Chicago's in the house. That's what's up, man. We got Jesse all the way out from Montana saying what's good. I love it, man. I love it. So, you know, guys, we've kind of been a little bit around the world when it comes to RCs and what Redcat offers the last couple weeks. Roland Jarman, what's going on, sir? How are you? So you know, we've kind of been around the world when it comes to RCs and what we've been able to cover over the last couple weeks. And for a lot of you guys, I've been trying to kind of come back around, right? It's the second year of Redcat Live. We're on our 52nd episode, and it's successful thanks to you guys, right? A lot of you guys watch the show as it's happening and unfolding, and a lot of you guys actually either come back to it and watch it later on when you're off of work or the next day, and a lot of you guys also watch on YouTube. So no matter what platform you're at, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook watching this live as it's happening, or after the fact on YouTube as mentioned, thank you. Thank you so much for the views. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for all of you guys that help keep it positive. And when you see people that have questions, you guys jump in, helping each other out. And that's what I honestly feel helps elevate any sector of any hobby. It doesn't matter if it's RC, if it's paintballing, if it's, you know, crocheting, whatever you have it, you know, as long as you keep it positive and are helping those around you, you know, I feel that's the only way to go, right? So let me double check here. Carlos Alcala is watching all the way from work. Man, I hope everything's going good at Burger King, bro. Much love for that. John Lico, what's going on, sir? Representing Texas. That's what's up, man. I love it. I love it. Let's see. We do have some crawlers. Thank you, Fish and Bill, for helping, jump in there. Gen 8, it's a great platform. Gen 7, another great platform, for anyone that's involved in crawling. If you want to kind of maybe make a conscientious purchase based on your wallet, obviously with inflation, the way things are lately, and Everest 10 is a great starter rig, and so is a Danchi Ridge Rock. I think a Danchi Ridge Rock right now is about $139. It's a great entry-level crawler to just mess around with. Don't miss out. But with that said, guys, we're going to get into a little bit more on the tech specs of the Kaiju and the Kaiju EXT, what these things are. I know a lot of you guys have seen them, and they've been an amazing product to play with and have a good time with. We're going to go over some of the changes that happen between one platform and the other, and again, the tale of two Kaijus. But before we do that, I'm going to bless you guys with a video that we did of the Kaiju. I like to call it the OG Kaiju, OG, original, or the old guy. The old guy's Kaiju, that's another one. But before we do that, I'm going to show you guys a video that was filmed of the Kaiju that we did at a junkyard here locally a little bit over a year and a half. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy. This is the OG Kaiju video when we dropped it, and we'll get back and talk specs. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So as I was saying, there it is, the OG Kaiju video. I wasn't a part of filming that video, but thankfully enough, I came in right at the tail end of when that video came out, and it really showed me the potential of what this product here can do. So, with that said, let's kind of get into it. Let's get kind of into the tech specs. A lot of people want to know the differences between the two. And primarily, there's only going to be one main difference when it comes to both platforms. Well, aside from the body and aesthetics, you know, one of the biggest things is that the wheelbase is different, right? The Kaiju EXT comes in an astounding 360 millimeter wheelbase, while the OG Kaiju sits at a nimble 309, I believe, 309. Here it is. There's the wheelbase, wheel to wheel. Gives you guys an idea. Let's see if I can get a little lower. There you go. So you get to see a little bit of the difference in the wheelbase between both products. Both products do come with the same ESC motor combo, same 25 kg servo. Not much was changed between those two. A lot of the changes were aesthetically made to make the wheelbase longer. The Kaiju was very successful by itself, and it was a great wheelie monster and a super cool, you know, backflip type of rig that can handle up to 6S. So obviously, power is not the issue with these things. Yoshi, no, I did not mute myself at all. But yes, I did mute myself for the video, so you didn't have to hear me breathe. Let me see. Let me double check some last minute comments here. John Michael Charon, yes, both of them are being kept in production at this time. There's no need to remove them. Both platforms are completely different in that sense. So it's been really kind of cool to just see what people do with them and enjoy them. A lot of people that I see that have the OG Kaiju make some nimble upgrades here and there to them. But the biggest thing that I noticed that people do is they put sand paddles on these bad boys so that they can kind of take them out to the beach and just kind of rip around. So let's take the lid off of this bad boy. Let's kind of show you what's underneath it. And then we'll go over to the EXT and see what's going on underneath that. So as always, now take into consideration, this one came out of a box. The Kaiju EXT that you just saw is actually the original one that we used to film the original video that we did the front flip on and we're doing backflips with. So it's still going till this date. I think all I had to do was replace a drive shaft, which ended up breaking after we took it to Proland by the Fire, and then we took it to AZRC Fest and sent it off the ramp a number of times. So by all means, it's been a pretty stout product at that. Kaijus usually come with the, what we call the electronic sock, right? Just kind of helps protect your electronics from grime and dirt and water. Obviously, full saturation of waters, you're going to get things wet, but this at least allows the splash and the dust to not settle so much on the actual electronics that you guys see here. Obviously, you have a 2100 kV motor. I believe it's a 20, give me one sec. The motor is, it does come with the Hobby Wing 150 amp brushless ESC that can handle 4 to 6S LiPo. Comes with a 25 kg servo, 309 millimeter wheelbase. Total length is 528 millimeters. Width 410 millimeters, and height comes just tad of 250 millimeters. Obviously, both products come with a 2.4 gigahertz radio receiver combo, so range is pretty decent when you talk about both vehicles. Both, in essence, come with a wheelie bar that is adjustable. Obviously, at this point, I believe it's second to the highest setting, which is the way the car comes with from the factory, and you can make that adjustment as you go. You'll notice as you kind of start romping on it, this bad boy will sit at this position as you're flying down. Tires, I've actually heard a lot of people in the bashing scene buy us out of our tires for the Kaiju, specifically to use on their bashers. They've been a really good tire design. They bite really well on loose dirt and gravel, and they just have this really cool, awesome, rad look. Like always, we always like to use the stickers, right, that come, where it is, there it is, inside the barrels. It's kind of our signature move, and we love it, man. It's been a staple truck, and it does great for us. If you choose to want to run one battery or multiple battery packs, the car itself does come with a Dean's jumper, so that you can plug one battery, one 4S or one 6S battery, or if you're going to run dual 3S batteries, you can then had the dual Deans and or dual 3S batteries. So kind of a cool feature. It's definitely something you don't want to lose. So keep that in mind when you are playing with it. Let me see if there's any questions that I'm missing here. Yeah, a lot of people, Sean, didn't like the body. I like this body. I don't know about you, but this is probably one of my favorite bodies. It just has this really cool, like, Datsun, pickup truck feel to it. Definitely a lot smaller. I'd like to see this with a crawler. That'd be kind of fun, for future reference. But I actually liked it. I really dug what it came with. It comes with some lights in the front, some red lights in the back. Overall, just a really nasty little beast for what it is. The Kaiju, OG Kaiju comes in at, I believe, $439. Let me double check that. $449. While the Kaiju EXT comes at $459. Oh, Marcus, there you go. Yep, hopefully I answered your question, sir. So, yeah, both products come in just about $10 difference between the two. And again, as mentioned, the main differences that you're going to find between both products is going to be the overall length. For being a short wheelbase, from the video that I shared earlier, it's a wild truck. It can do a lot of backflips. You can bash it. You can, just romp on it and jump it and have a good time with it. And that's kind of what its main intention is for, right? We've been very historic with calling our products, naming our products after monsters or world disasters, right? We have the landslide, the tornado, the hurricane, the Kaiju, right? And the Kaiju EXT. It's been kind of a legacy of naming these things in that form, to give them this nasty title, so to speak, this, sort of monstrous appetite that they have. And with the Kaijus, we always kind of stress, like, unleash your inner beast, right? Because that's exactly what you're doing when you're mashing these things. Having a good time sending it and just kind of not caring in a way. I mean, you care. You don't want to damage your stuff, but, I mean, you send it because it's fun to send it. And I'll be 100% transparent, guys. I was never really big into the whole bashing scene. It wasn't really my thing. I was always bigger into the crawler scene and the no prep scene. So for me to show interest in a basher, it had to be something that was stout enough to do what I wanted to do with it. And the Kaiju EXT was my intro to more of a bashing scenario and driving application. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. I still have my original Kaiju at home. It's still ticking. I do need to do some upgrades to it. I ordered some new tires and wheels from Proline. So we'll see how it performs after I make those changes to my personal one. But again, this is essentially what I wanted to show you guys, the Kaiju, the regular Kaiju itself. And I'll show you a little comparison between this and the EXT. What's going on, Anthony, man? Thank you so much for the kind words. Appreciate you. Family's doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So, that's the Kaiju EXT, the Kaiju itself. Again, $449 is what this bad boy comes in at. Electronics are going to be identical between the two. They both can handle 6S. But let's show you what's underneath the Kaiju body. All right. So, as mentioned before, I'm kind of proud of this one. This one's taken, like, an immense amount of abuse. So, back when we started getting ready to kind of make a storyboard for the creation of the video to highlight and show off this product to share with everyone, we actually flew in 2 of each color. We ended up taking 1 of each color, which we offer this one in a white, pearl white, and a copper color. And this is the white one in the video that I'm going to share with you guys here in a little bit. This one had about 6 hours of runtime during that video shoot, where we did a lot of wheelies, a lot of front flips, back flips, tail whips, whatever we can throw at it, we threw at it. I believe the only thing that gave out on us at some given point was a servo horn. It was a plastic one. We ended up swapping that one and all of them to a metal one. We found that it was something that needed to be done. So we went ahead and did that, and we upgraded every single one to all have metal servo horns. And was night and day difference. We then took it to Proland by the Fire, where we put it inside of the barrel roll and flung it a few different times. They had a huge ramp where they were just sending cars over and over and over again. This Kaiju, it was there, and also took about another 4 hours of abuse out there. So that's why this one is dirty, scratched up. It's seen better days, but the cool thing is it's still going, right? So this one has had some things removed off of it that I need to put back on. I believe we stole the wheelie bar off of it to put on another car that we had for filming and that sort of thing. It happens when one is running and it's ongoing, and we have one that we want to do a specific trick with or highlight something that it does. Sometimes we rob Peter to pay Paul. But nonetheless, this is still running. I did just replace today the upper right rear arm, and that was all that has essentially broken in the hours of runtime. Looking underneath, you can actually see there's a lot of dirt fall here. You can actually see the wear and tear even here on the plastic from setting it off the ramp, where it actually beveled that section. A lot of rash there on the front as well. And just to give you guys a comparison of the two, and again, the difference between the two is going to be a $10 difference. So whether you like the Kaiju EXT or you like the OG Kaiju, there's something for everyone, right? Let's see here. There we go. So you guys can notice a lot of similarities. I'm going to just talk through here. Hi, guys. So a lot of similarities in the tub design, a lot of similarities in the way the arms are. And for a lot of you guys that are wondering, yes, some parts are interchangeable between the two cars. Upper control arms are the exact same ones. I believe the drive shafts will also work as well. Now, there was an issue that we had with the Kaiju EXT when it dropped, where we were getting a lot of people that were snapping the rear upper control arms. And what we ended up finding after inspecting a numerous amount of the vehicles and products while they were brand new, as well as this one and the 3 others that we have with the engineering and myself, we found that there was an issue with the formulation of steel used in the upper arms. Rest assured, all of them have been retrofitted at the factory to now come with the upgraded parts. So rest assured, when you buy one from us, it has the upgraded upper control arms that should be a lot stronger than the old ones. Now, they're not 100% indestructible. Everything is breakable, right? Anything can be damaged, especially if you're the kind of person that is just hard and abusive. It can happen. It happens to any product. But rest assured that now we have the correct formulation of steel. And like this one that has, at this point, over 15 hours of runtime, is going to continue to do good for you. This thing is getting to a point where it's going to need a little bit of maintenance. And I've been actually kind of waiting for that to come up so that I can maybe do that maintenance with you guys live on the show. So if you own a Kaiju or a Kaiju EXT, that episode will be for you guys, right? As well as maybe getting some insight from those that are in the hobby and in our page for the Kaiju specifically, that have seen some things that they've done that have made their experience with the Kaiju or Kaiju EXT better. So if you're in here and you have any info of that sort, please share, and hopefully we can get everyone on the same page. Let's see. Danny LaBeouf, what's going on, brother? How are you? John Michael, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for the kind words. Oscar, I got to brag about Redcat. I pre-ordered the EXT, and without me doing anything, y'all sent the upgrade to me without having to make a call. That's an awesome company. No one else would take the time to do that. I appreciate you. And that's exactly why when we noticed something of that nature and noticed that we started getting an influx of calls, we dove right into it. And Redcat, we've been that company in the past that when we see an issue we want to attack, we'd rather be ahead of it, even if we have to wipe the egg off our face while we do so. Because at the end of the day, if we treat our customers right and do that without you having to stress out and make a phone call because it broke on you, then we're being proactive. And hopefully you remember that the next time you make your purchasing experience when you're comparing one company to the other. So thank you so much for the kind words. And I'm glad that experience went well for you. Yoshi Rivera, yes, thank you for that. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there. Much love to every single one of you. Mike Petrozzi wants to know, any word if Redcat is going to get into the drag cars? No, I hate to say it, Mike, but we're not. We're not going to get involved in the no prep drag scene. We have no fight. We have no room in that space. There's a lot of great manufacturers that are doing great things within the realms of the no prep drag scene, and they're making advances that it would take us years just to be able to catch up to the bottom of the barrel. So with that said, we're going to keep on going with what we're doing, enjoying the hobby, coming up with hopefully some more scale cool stuff, expanding the RC lowrider scene, expanding the on-road scene, as well as continuing working on bringing you guys other beasts and even crawlers in the future. So, we have a lot of things that are in the works for later in the year, and a lot of cool things that I'm just like itching to just share with you guys, because I like to word vomit and just be like, we got this coming out, we got that coming out, we're working on this, but I can't. But rest assured that we're working on a lot of other avenues that will definitely keep Redcat in everyone's word of mouth and keep everyone thinking of us, hopefully in a good fashion and an enjoyable one at that. All right, John Henry, looks like he had an issue. John Henry, go to our website, man. We have a contact information where you can actually reach us directly and get someone on the line. So if it's something that needs to be rectified, please reach out, man. We're definitely not going to hide from making sure we take care of our customers, man. Appreciate your feedback, and hopefully we can get you taken care of right away. Dark Woods RC says, maybe a Redcat Street Bash. You never know, man. That could be it, I love to see maybe a Samurai Suzuki, Samurai, maybe, on some 13s, like super short wheelbase, with its own sound system. Am I doing too much? Maybe. I don't care. But yeah, guys, so one of the biggest changes that we did between the OG Kaiju and the Kaiju EXT was obviously extend the wheelbase by approximately 50 millimeters. The purpose for that was it completely changed the way this vehicle handled. The wheelies that it did were different. The backflips started becoming a lot different. The vehicle actually became a lot more controllable, even when in the air. And that was one of the caveats or the silver lining to creating a longer wheelbase with the same amount of punch and power that the OG carried with itself. So, the EXT in a lot of forms is the just larger version of the regular one. But in my opinion, the EXT happens to be my more favorite one in comparison to the OG. I just love the way this one drives compared to the other one. Now take it, I get it. The body is not for everyone. It's a very narrower body. We obviously had to make it really long. Put some features on the body that I thought were really cool were not only the fact that, of its looks, but a little bit of functionality. This plastic top piece, you can see a gap there. It actually works as a functioning scoop to allow air to come into the actual chassis and hopefully keep your motor cool. And it's done well. You can see this thing has been beat like pretty bad. But again, it's still ticking. It's still doing well. So, before we continue on a little bit and I talk to you a little bit more about some of the other changes that were made that were, in my opinion, really groundbreaking for us to offer from a ready-to-run standpoint, let's share with you the video to the Kaiju EXT that was filmed with this specific EXT. So without further ado, here you go. right, so there you go, guys. Darian, what's going on, brother? How are you? Milo, yeah, dude, it lands very well. Again, it's very maneuverable in the air. I had to learn a lot about how to throttle in the air when driving one. Again, I came from a crawler scene. I came from no prep drag scene. I had no idea or no experience really. How to maneuver a vehicle in the air, and this was my intro, the OG and this one, and it's been great ever since. So we had a great time filming that video, and we had a good time overall, really just getting to see what its capabilities are. Some of the things that we love about the Kaiju over the OG is a mere fact that obviously the shorter wheelbase makes it a little more nimble, a lot more sensitive when turning. You can definitely do a lot more tricks, if you may, because of the shorter wheelbase and how much controllability you have of it. The EXT, in my opinion, though, is just kind of a more funner truck for me, the way I drive. I like to go a little faster, and the longer wheelbase and wider stance definitely gave it a little bit more of a bite and controllability at higher speeds. But aside from that, the EXT comes with standard tires. And yes, at 6S, when you're hitting it, these bad boys will balloon. They'll just look like dishes on every single wheel. We tried something new that no other manufacturer had offered in a ready-to-run scenario, and that was to include belted tires on the vehicles. So as a ready to run, the EXT comes with belts in the actual tires to help minimize that ballooning effect that you get on the tires. Now, the more ballooning you get, it looks cool, right? When you're doing slow-mo shots and what have you, but primarily you're losing traction. That ballooning effect minimizes the contact patch on the ground. So you're actually losing traction during that time. So, for us to just think outside the box and offer a ready-to-run option that comes with belted tires was really cool for me. I hadn't seen that before. We know manufacturers offer belted tires aftermarket. We know there's companies out there that are groundbreaking and making the ingenuity of belted tires is becoming more and more prevalent in the RC scene. But we're proud that we're one of the first ones to ever have offered it in a RTR fashion. And not just that, but it's a licensed tire, right? The tires are the Sniper MTs, and they are Interco licensed, so they are based off of a real carcass. So, again, those little things just kind of stand out more than others. And for me, my money is on the EXT. I enjoy it a little bit more. But if you're the kind of person that just loves the aesthetics of the OG, know that you're getting a great truck for the buck as well. I'm going to do one more little run through, make sure I'm not missing anyone's questions. Again, sometimes there's questions that pop up, guys, and for some reason, Facebook just does not show them. And sometimes I don't find the questions till after the fact. So if I do miss you, it's not on purpose. I try to get to every single one that I possibly can. Right, John. Yeah, absolutely. The OG is definitely a better skate park type of basher, while the EXT is definitely more of a send it, like off a ramp, over a house type stuff. Again, it's just more controllable, nimble in the air. As you guys saw, front flips I can do with this one. I couldn't do a front flip if my life depended on it. Who knows if I can even do that one again. But I sure like to try. So, got this one back up and running. We're going to put the wheelie bar back on it, and just keep the hours adding on to it. And this essentially is going to be the ongoing test mule that we've been so proudly able to offer everyone. So if you are interested by any means about any of these products, just double check the description. I put links in there to send you to our website so that you can take a look at them yourself and see if that works for you. As always, we always offer payment options with the firm. So if you are in the mood to buy something but want to pay later, A-Firm is an option that we offer on our website for anyone in the U.S. So, guys, with that said, I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you guys coming back week after week. We got a great show lined up for you guys next week where I hope to have some video and picture content on the RC Lowrider show that's going on at the Los Angeles County Fair this Sunday, May 15th. I'll be flying in first thing in the morning, checking out the event, getting as much content as I can before I got to fly back to good old Phoenix and start another week. So my week doesn't end on this note. It's going to keep going. But I do it because I love what I do, right? That's what we do, right? I love it. So I appreciate you guys. I hope the rest of you guys have a great rest of your week. Stay blessed. Hope to see a lot of you guys out at the event. If you are nearby, you just want something to do on Sunday and you're in the vicinity of Southern California, come on out to the LA County Fair. Check it out. It should be a great event for everyone, family time. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys here next week. Same time, same channel. And I appreciate you guys. I'll see all you guys very soon. Peace.